Hello, Charlotte. You're a teacher of the first grade who often use cooperative structures in your lessons. How old are your children?
My children are between 6 and 7 years old.
And you also teach on the traditional way?
Yes, of course. There are quite a few lessons that I'm standing in front of the class, but I'm trying to use every day a cooperative structure.
Okay, and what are your feelings about that? What's the reason that you use not only traditional methods, but that you use the method of Kagan, Spencer Kagan?
Because I see that the children are more busy. Each they are learning from each other. That's one, and second, everyone is busy. If you use the normal way and you're standing in front of the class, you ask a question, one student is answering. But if you are using cooperative structures, there are 50%, sometimes more, are busy.
Okay. And can you give an example of a structure that you often use in different lessons?
Yes, I like to use share and pair because the children are quite small and you can't use every structure. But the share and pair is very good to use with these children.
Okay, and when you make an evaluation, do you see that they grow faster when you use structures?
Yes, I started this year to read, to insert all the lessons of the class in that structure, and I see that they are farther in their reading than the year before.
Okay. Hello, Anthony. I have some questions about the project we did. Can you tell me something about your job here at school?
I work half of the time in the 4th grade, and the other half I do the ICT lessons from 2nd grade to 6th grade.
Yes, and you use often new methodologies in those lessons?
Yeah, I try to search now and then something new. That's nice for the children also. And in the project I learned about the Kahoot system to make a quiz for the pupils.
Okay, can you tell something more about that Kahoot quiz that you often use?
Yeah, the first time I made one myself, and then the pupils made it on the iPads we have here at school, and then the second time the pupils made their own quiz about a subject of science, and then did the quiz for each other.
Yes, and if you have to reflect on it, what is the value of using Kahoot instead of doing it on the traditional way?
I think it motivates them more than the traditional way to rehearse something that you have already seen. They are more enthusiastic due to the other methodology. So.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Fantastic. Hello, Steffi.
Hello.
You're a teacher from the 5th grade, and on Wednesday you do something special with the children in your class. Can you tell me something about that?
Yeah, we do a green day, and a green day is it's a method, and it's always we do it in the 5th grade always on a Wednesday, because a Wednesday start at 8:30 and stops 11:40. And the green day is normally a Wednesday we have 3 lessons in a day, 3 subjects. And instead of just do the normal teaching, 1 hour mathematics explaining exercises, then 1 hour languages explaining exercises, I come in the Wednesday morning. They take the 3 subjects, the books from it, and I explain everything from mathematics. You need to do this, you need to do this. I explain the lesson, I give them tips, and then they can start working, and they make it all the 3 subjects just when they want. They can choose which subject they start, and they work in pairs, and they need to finish the 3 tasks in the half day.
Okay.
And that's the method a little bit.
And you said children work in teams, in
Mhm.
pairs with two. Can they choose with who they work with, or how does that happen?
It depends. Sometimes they choose, sometimes I choose, and sometimes I just take sheets and then we mix on consent. Just in pairs, make pairs, take a name, take another name.
Okay. And what is your role as a teacher on the moment when the children are working? What do you do then?
Normally, I walk around and I coach the groups, look if they really good work together. But sometimes I also have time to, like when a kid was ill and it stayed at home, then I can explain the lesson he missed or she missed. Or kids with needs and I saw, oh, that lesson, they really don't understand it. I take them with me and I explain it. At that moment, the other kids are still working. And also when I see they made a lot of mistakes, I take them with me and I explain what they did wrong.
Okay. So, can you tell us what is the big value of working on this way instead of doing it on the traditional way?
Yeah, the value for me is that I have more time to help the kids that really are in need, and also they ask each other for help. So it's only when the kid next or the pair, if they both don't understand it, then they come to me. So it's not, I have not 100 questions, it's less because they first help each other and then at last they come to me.
The class is used to work cooperative. Do you see that when they are working during the degree day?
Oh yeah, because they just, when they work in pairs, you really see that they used to waiting for each other, helping each other, not just like, oh, what did you write, and just write it in their book, but they really helping, explaining to each other, waiting for each other. So you really see that they use the cooperative methods already in a normal lesson.
Okay. Where did you got the idea to do that?
We had at school a learning day about it, and we saw the difference about a red day, orange day, and a green day. A red day is just a classic method. Then you teach, they listen, and they make a little exercise. The orange method is that they can choose with what they start or they work in pairs. And then the green method is the both, that you do working in pairs and they can choose with which subject they start.
Can you tell us why you took the chance to try that out instead of doing like you used to do?
Because I thought it was really good to see. Also, we in that method you use a lot of self-correct, so they learn to correct their books themselves. And I corrected later again, but you see that they see some faults and they will remember it better. And also for the smarter kids, they need to learn to wait, they learn to explaining things, and that's how they remember the lesson better. And also because the kids with more need, they get more help, extra help, and faster than I can be everywhere.
Okay. Hello, Jeroen. You are
Hi.
teacher of the 5th grade,
Yes.
and you often use cooperative structures in your lessons. Can you tell me why do you like to work with them?
At first, it's a very helpful method because children learn much from each other. So they learn to explain things to each other. They learn to have patience while they explain things. For example, for very quick learners, it's very helpful that they learn to explain something to another and also have the patience, because in the beginning it's very challenging and difficult for the students, because they're used to just go and not to wait for another person. So now they have to do that. They learn to be patient. And for the other side, it's of course very helpful to get the information again and again, because I teach not always cooperative. You have to explain some things, of course, but then after that, they just listen to each other, and all the students get far more feedback than just from me.
Yes. So they are learning a lot about their social skills, how they
Yeah.
have to use them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the nice thing is also it happens automatically. For example, in the beginning, you have to learn them to use the cooperative
The
methods,
right way.
yeah, the right way. But afterwards, now in lessons that I don't use the methods, they do it as well.
That's very good, because
Yeah.
I just heard
Oh.
it in the previous interview I did with
Yeah.
Steffi, your colleague,
Mhm.
and she told me the same,
Yeah.
that you see the children growing
Yeah.
in that.
You see them grow, and you see that they're used to explaining to each other, listen to each other, and like yesterday, the one student, that's Coco, one student said, "Mister, I have a question," and I said, "Okay, 2 minutes now. I'm gonna explain something to him, but then I come to you." And I came to him and I asked, "What's the problem? What's the question?" And he said, "Oh, but it's already done. She explained it to me. It's not necessary anymore." So that's something very important.
Yes, yes. What is your favorite cooperative structure that you often use?
Literally translated, you can call it mix and trade. And mix and trade is with some small cards. I think I have an example of it. Like here, we teach, you can do whatever you want with the method, but we like to teach French to them, new French words. For example, I put this to you. You see aujourd'hui en français, en French, and I see
Translation.
the translation.
In
So
Dutch.
I'm learning while asking to you, but you have also a card, and we do the same. And after the solution, we trade. So then I have your card, you have mine, and you can walk around in the classroom. And that's one of the things I very much like about it, that the students are not sitting
Moving.
down, but they're moving around.
Okay.
And you can see it in the faces, you can see and hear that they're learning, and you can see also that they have fun while doing it. So that's the most important thing, I think.
Thank you very, very much.